Well, it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. Um, I got a whole bunch more of the stuff from me and Natalie that I gotta go through and post up. Just like the first 6 or 7 parts that I put up, the next 6 or 7 will be me reading it while pointing the camera at it so that people can see the words. If they're deaf, then they'll be able to read it, and if they're blind, they'll at least be able to hear what it is that was being said. Um, I hover the mouse over it when I read it, so it says what date and time. That way people are aware of that part as well, because a lot of people like to mess with the timeline. Like, they tried to pretend the things that happened in August of last year happened a year or two earlier. Like, no, see, now you're just messing with the timeline to justify your wrongdoing. It don't work that way. um, I erased some stuff on my phone that was taking up a lot of room. I use video games to help me to calm down and take my mind off of it for a bit. But 15 minutes at a time doesn't give me much. Right now I'm downloading a video it's on my phone onto my YouTube. That way I can free up space, and hopefully when I get back to reading the messages between Natalie and I, it should only take it should be able to record about 45 minutes worth instead of the between 15 and 17 minutes that I was getting before. Maybe I'll be passed out by then, I hope so. However, it was a pretty long night last night, or night before last night. So yesterday and last night I didn't really get any sleep. I haven't slept at all tonight, but I slept between about 6 o'clock and 9:45, I think, is actually what I slept. But still, it's a few hours. It's better than nothing. When I was in Boulder in 2016, right after I hurt my back for about 6 months, I was averaging less than an hour of sleep a night. That's because I had to stay up until the police were done patrolling and then try to get some sleep before they started patrolling again. So basically, you get about an hour while they're doing shift change, if you're lucky. And they were harassing me every night because I couldn't even leave the block. I'm in a lot better physical shape than that, but I'm not physically in shape well enough to have a job. That's because it takes me about 10 times longer to do something than it should. And the reason it takes me 10 times longer than it should is because of my injuries. Now, that's still better than it was. Right after I hurt my back, I couldn't do anything. I mean, just carrying my backpack to the end of the block was excruciating. Natalie, she saved me from the border police. I was gonna commit suicide with some pills that I got from DJ Wow, who is just one of the local street folks, I guess. But it all takes time. For me, a lot of the stuff that people expect instantaneously. Sean, we want this right now. Well, there's a lot of stuff to go through to find what you want, first of all. Second of all, I have a lot of other things going on, and stopping what I need to do in order to give you what you want right when you want it because you're a petulant child just isn't going to work out for me. If I have to run around and try to find internet access just so that I can download something like this, then I'm going to download and show new stuff. The stuff that you guys are asking for, I already posted up. So maybe you should actually search for it. Oh yeah, but these are trolls. Trolls who already got to see it and are pretending that it doesn't exist to make themselves feel better and also to deter other people from looking. That's fine. I'm after an honest day in court. Them trolls aren't going to do anything useful in court. There's a lot of people that are pissed off at me for telling their stories because it wasn't my place to tell their stories. Well, with all due respect, if it's a part of my story, then it is my place to tell it. If you did me wrong, yes, I'm going to speak out about it. I am going to use your name. I am going to be vocal about it. If you didn't keep your word and I ended up getting screwed over because I wasted my resources on that word, I'm going to say so. I'm also, between Thursday and Sunday, I will have a place to stay that's warm where I have internet access. So I'll be able to get a lot more done then. Right now, I'm just glad to be somewhere warm where I have internet access. I hear a dog. I'm going to go pet it. Now this is just temporary, so it's not like I'll be able to post up all of the thousands of screenshots or anything like that in that few days, but I should at least be able to get through the Natalie stuff and move on to the stuff from Alicia Bollinger and more stuff from Maddie Boa. I already posted up the stuff from Joanna Taylor Smith. There's a few other people that I'll be posting their stuff. It's just unfortunate that I had my phone stolen because those phones had a lot of evidence on them too. Evidence that people kept on telling me to do stuff that I was already doing. Those phones had evidence of my telephone calls that I had made, the hundreds and hundreds of telephone calls that I had made to these places that people still to this day say, well, you should try these people. Oh God. See, now when I tell you that I already called those places 50 times each, then I get to listen to you tell me that I'm making excuses and so on and so forth. Or I'm not actually trying because you weren't there to see it and blah, 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 blah. Life is grand, ain't it?